What's up, Gunna?
I'm saying I'm gonna try my best to stay spiffy in case I run into her.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you got OGP right here.
Yeah, and we out.
And you not a real player, that's what that shit.
Yeah.
It appears that 21 Savage may have thrown some shade at Gunna in his latest album. Interestingly, he suggested that Gunna might be involved in same relations with a prominent figure in the industry. So, what exactly did he say? Releasing his third studio album, American Dream, on January 12th, the Atlanta rep appeared to lash out at the Fukumian artist on the track Letter to My Bruda. The song, which follows incarcerated rapper Young Thug's appearance on the previous album cut Pop Your, finds 21 appearing to reference Gunna's acceptance of a plea deal after being charged in the case along with Thug and others. In the opening verse, the London-born artist seems to infer that he and Gunna are no longer affiliates, nor can he ever kick it with the hitmaker again. Once you cross that line, it ain't no trying to fix it / you want me to forgive you. Let's be realistic, he raps, before adding, I can't kick it with your kind like I tore my meniscus / how you go from co-defendant to an effing witness. He then appears to chide Gunna for not reciprocating the loyalty and assistance shown towards him by Thug prior to their respective arrests. They'll stand on couches with you, but won't stand on business / whoa. I watched everybody turn on my brother like he ain't have them out here flying jets and effing this ridiculous. Later in the song, 21 empathizes with Thug's dire situation, particularly being deserted by his friends in light of his selfless benevolence. I feel your pain, my brother. I know you from the struggle / I know how hard you hustled just to take care of your mother, he raps. I know you took clothes off your back for ends you call brother / I know how hard it get in this jungle / trying to prevail without being tried like you know sucker / life's a MF. Yeah, I know ain't nobody perfect / but what's the point in making it out if all they do is cuff you? Gunna was released from prison in December 2022 after accepting an Alford plea in an agreement with the prosecution. An Alford plea is a negotiated agreement that allows a defendant to maintain their innocence with the understanding that the evidence gathered by the prosecution would likely result in a guilty verdict. For his part, Gunna has continually denied snitching on Young Thug and has called for the rapper's release from jail. In a statement released shortly after his plea deal, he said, "While I have agreed to always be truthful, I want to make it perfectly clear that I have not made any statements, have not been interviewed, have not cooperated, have not agreed to testify or be a witness for or against any party in the case, and have absolutely no intention of being involved in the trial process in any way." The rapper was sentenced to 1 year in prison, which was commuted to time served, and the remaining 4 years on the sentence were suspended, contingent on conditions such as his completion of 500 hours of community service. Meanwhile, Young Thug's YSL RICO trial is currently underway. The lifestyle artist has been charged with racketeering and gang conspiracy, among other alleged crimes. If convicted, he could face a maximum 120-year sentence. This isn't the first time Gunna has been called out for allegedly cooperating in the YSL RICO case, with Lil Baby, another Atlanta native, being quite vocal about it. During a concert last year, while their hit song Drip Too Hard was playing, Lil Baby didn't hold back, exclaiming, "F the rats? Turn this ish off." It's clear that Lil Baby has been a critic of his former collaborator. Now, the plot thickens with some folks pointing out what they see as irony on Lil Baby's part. The claim is that Lil Baby might be in a similar boat, allegedly being one of Diddy's associates. For context, Lil Baby and Gunna were treated to the ultimate post-Coachella bash at none other than Diddy's lavish mansion.
Yeah, stay in your bag.
Yeah, the vibe is right here.
Yeah.
That's what the vibe is right here.
But we all know that Diddy's parties are never innocent. You see, last year, billionaire CEO of Fanatics, Michael Rubin, went all out for a party hosted at the Hamptons. And let me be the first to tell you that almost every celebrity you could think of was there. From Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez, Jay-Z and Beyonce, all the way to Tom Brady, everyone that's anyone was at that party. The party was a major social media moment, with guests sharing photos and videos on Instagram and Twitter. The hashtag Rubin Party was trending on Twitter throughout the night, and it's clear that the event was a hit with everyone who attended. There were also guest performers including Jack Harlow, Travis Scott, and Lil Baby. But nothing else about this exclusive party stood out to 50 Cent besides a photo of Lil Baby at the event that made it to social media. On Instagram, 50 Cent shared a photo of Lil Baby being embraced by two men at the party. In his caption, he expressed his discomfort with the situation, stating, "See, this is why I don't go to no party puffy in the mat." He further questioned the scene, instructing the men to "get the F off my young ninja" emoji, and concluded with a perplexed WTF. Well, to a lot of people, 50 just seemed to have been intentionally poking at Diddy because the rapper wasn't even a guest at Ruben's party. But to a lot of others, 50 was just messing around. At least that seems to have been the case with this user who wrote, 50 Cent's caption on that lil baby picture has me in real tears. To others, 50 is the last person that should be calling anyone out for anything gay. Another user who believes this wrote, 50 Cent really can't talk about lil baby being hugged up on nobody when Ghost Power be having Drew laid up with his boy toys. So stop it. Although the user might actually have a point with this. However, this isn't even close to the first time the bad boy executive has been named as a gay handler for the elites of the industry. His name first came up of his seemingly unusual relationship with Usher when the mogul himself let it slip that he used to wake up with the singer while Usher was a teenager. While the world looks at him now and sees a star, Usher Raymond's rise to fame hasn't exactly been a smooth ride. And guess who we have to thank for that? None other than Diddy. When Usher was just 14, his mother, Jonetta Patton, had him stay with Diddy for a couple of years. And while at the time, the main reason for that move was to get the young singer to know the ins and outs of the music business, Diddy turned that time into something a little unusual. According to reports, rumors were going around about how Usher and Diddy had been intimately involved in the past. Under normal circumstances, this would have been written off as just that, rumors, but there have just been way too many situations that have proven otherwise. You see, apart from the fact that Usher himself has alluded to this fact countless times in interviews, there have also been several reports which seemingly confirm that something had indeed happened to Usher while he was under Diddy's roof. Back in the day, when he was in his prime teen years, he got signed to LaFaze Records and was taken under Diddy's wing. Sounds like a dream come true, right? Well, you might want to hold off on that because it turns out there was more than just mentorship going on between these two. According to a cringeworthy interview that P. Diddy did with Kevin Hart where he said Usher and he used to wake up in the same bed, it seems like things got pretty cozy between the mentor and mentee. But Usher isn't the only youngster that was caught up in Diddy's web at an early age, because Justin Bieber is another star that reportedly got the short end of the stick with Diddy, if you know what I mean. Diddy spent 48 hours with Justin Bieber when the young superstar was just a teenager. Given Diddy's controversial history with teenage boys, his interest in Justin raised a lot of eyebrows. There are reports that Diddy showed Justin a Ferrari and promised him the opportunity to drive it once he turned 16, even though Justin was only 15 at the time. Besides this, it is alleged that Diddy offered Justin a mansion, which he could supposedly have when he turned 18. While it's important to note that there is no concrete evidence to support these allegations, they raise questions about Diddy's motives behind such extravagant gifts. Some people believe the rapper's actions may have been geared towards making Justin follow in his own footsteps. And what confirmed this theory is that a couple of years after their initial interaction, Diddy and Justin appeared in front of a camera. Only that this time, the singer looked terrified of Diddy. In addition to all this, American rapper Cameron also made some shocking revelations about how Diddy allegedly slips ecstasy in his male guests' drinks. While speaking in an interview, Cam revealed that he attended a party on Star Island in Miami, where Diddy resides. The rapper went on to speak about how he took a bunch of ecstasy since he saw everyone taking it. Afterward, Cam allegedly started looking for the bathroom. The rapper also talked about how the house was some sort of a maze, making it hard for an intoxicated person to find his way out. Things then took a weird twist when Cam came across a room where all the creepy stuff was taking place.
So I open a door, and in that room, there are a bunch of men. Mm-hmm. And they're all kind of like very like Romanesque.
Cameron explained that he felt as though he had interrupted something. He then added that the scene felt like it was a prelude to an orgy. Yikes.
They're not that would be weird.
Right. Like, you almost think that they should be feeding each other grapes.
Anyway, things got creepier when Diddy spotted Cameron.
The minute I make eye contact with him, like a gigantic bouncer comes over and says, "Get the out." Because a lot of people turned and looked at me because it was very unexpected.
Cameron was clearly traumatized by what he saw. He even said that he knew for sure that Diddy was high on ecstasy and that he was actually gay. The rapper then revealed that Diddy never forgot his face. In fact, during one of Diddy's interviews, he noticed Cam in the background.
He literally stops the interview and he points at me all the way in the back and he goes, "Yo, you, my man."
What's more, Cameron revealed that Diddy later on invited him out to lunch.
That ain't my first time being there. Brother invited me there before. I had lunch with him.
Creepy, right? Anyway, this is not the first time Cameron has spoken about the weird things that happen in Diddy's household. Cameron has also spoken about how he once found a dildo at Diddy's place. That's right. Cameron made a shocking revelation on the Breakfast Club radio show saying he found a dildo in Diddy's bathroom.
And I went to use a bathroom and it was a dildo on the bathroom sink.
In addition to this, a recently resurfaced video of Diddy showing his son how to mix up drinks has raised some eyebrows.
But this is the way we drink our De Leon tequila. Frosted, we get it ice cold, we go and put it in.
I don't know about you, but that video feels like Diddy is trying to show Justin how to mix up drinks and slip something in them. What's more, in a separate video, Diddy is seen drinking one of those drinks, then reacting in a crazy manner. One would almost think that his drink had something else in it.
Maybe we want to act crazy.
Anyway, while there might not be any video proof of Diddy trying to spike his guests' drinks, it is obvious he did it since many male celebrities are openly terrified of having drinks with the hip-hop mogul. One particular person who is terrified of Diddy is Fabulous. In a recent Drink Champs interview, Diddy kept pressing Fabulous to answer why they never partied together. Fab literally looked like he wanted to disappear off the face of the earth.
Mr. Lee, I love this drink.
Where you put my bag?
I like when you like this, Daddy.
Yeah, where you put my bag?
Daddy, I like
Mr.
when
Lee?
you
It's right
scrambling
here,
and scraping.
No, I
I like that.
For the rest of the interview, Fabulous just kept staring at his plate and eating his birthday cake like he was terrified of even making eye contact with Diddy. Another person who has spoken about what goes down at Diddy's creepy parties is Diddy's ex-bodyguard. Gene Deal has been spilling some seriously scandalous tea about what went down behind the scenes and at Diddy's wild parties. And let's just say, it's not for the faint of heart. According to Gene, there were certain areas that Diddy would frequent, and his bodyguards were not allowed in. But that didn't stop the ladies who were invited from dishing all the juicy details to Gene. Apparently, he was privy to some pretty disturbing things that went on at these secret soirees, which involved some seriously sadistic and demonic behavior. Although he wasn't allowed into these private rooms, Gene still managed to get the inside scoop on what went on behind closed doors. He said that he was in a situation where he saw men being set up and lured by women at Diddy's parties, only for them to eventually end up in inappropriate positions with white men. He claimed that he also used to take Diddy and his friends to Turkish houses, and as much as he wasn't allowed into the houses, he knew what happened there.
He picked up some things from up here on my left side, and then he picked like quite a few of them down. I was like, okay. He put them in the bag. So when I went by there and I looked up there, and it said butt plugs, and I was like, hey yo.
However, despite all these scandalous discoveries, Cameron is still considering doing business with Diddy. The matter has actually gotten so serious that his friend Mace is warning him against it. Mace has turned to a higher power for help after his close friend and collaborator Cameron hinted at going into business with Diddy. The Dipset rapper and bad boy mogul hung out together in Miami, and both shared a photo of their seemingly good-natured encounter on Instagram, which showed them sharing a laugh in front of a Bentley. While Puff declared the duo Harlem's finest, Cam hinted at bringing his sports talk show It Is What It Is to Diddy's Revolt Media Network. Another celebrity who spoke up about Diddy is actor and choreographer Columbus Short, who recently shared a video claiming Diddy tried to get him to come to his hotel room at 3 a.m. In a video, he straight up said Diddy tried to pull him into a late-night hotel room situation at 3 a.m. talk about a bold move. Columbus ain't keeping quiet about it either. He's like, I'm snitching in the kitchen. Columbus shared the story, saying he got a random call from Diddy in the middle of the night when he was still married. Diddy was all, why weren't you at the BET Awards? Columbus, being a married man and all, was like, I'm in bed with my wife, man. Diddy, unfazed, dropped the bomb that he was at the Beverly Hills Hotel, just chilling solo. In any case, 21 Savage appears to have some unresolved issues with Gunna, fueling his desire to spill the tea on certain secrets. Let's rewind to May 9th, 2022, when the hip-hop universe was rocked by the shocking news that Young Thug, the Grammy-winning trendsetter and Atlanta icon, found himself on the wrong side of the law, leading to an arrest that would keep him behind bars for nearly 2 years. The crux of the matter against Thug revolves around those infamous 3 letters associated with his YSL label, Young Slime Life. Fulton County District Attorney Fonnie Willis dropped a bombshell, naming Thug and several other Atlanta rappers in an extensive 88-page indictment. The case alleges that YSL is not just a thriving record label, it is purportedly a violent gang, and to add fuel to the fire, Young Thug is branded as the kingpin. Things got pretty heated for both Young Thug and Gunna, aka Sergio Giovanni Kitchens, about a month after finding themselves entangled in this massive RICO case. Young Thug managed to send a message from behind bars during Hot 97's Summer Jam in June 2022. In a pre-recorded address, he declared, "This isn't just about me or YSL. I've always used my music to express myself, and now I see that black artists and rappers don't have that freedom. Thugger went on to urge everyone to sign the Protect Black Art petition, a collaborative effort by 300 Entertainment co-founder and CEO Kevin Liles, who played a pivotal role in signing Young Thug and establishing his label YSL. Julie Greenwald, the COO of Atlanta Records, also co-wrote the document. The petition aims to encourage federal and state legislators to pass bills limiting the use of rap lyrics as evidence in court. Young Thug's plea came after a whopping 56-count RICO case roped in Thug, Gunna, and 26 members of the Young Stoner Life Collective. Young Thug spent 567 days behind bars before the trial officially commenced on November 27th, complete with opening arguments. Now, let's delve into Gunna's side of the story. He has entered a guilty plea, but is adamant that his connection to YSL is purely musical. In a statement, he acknowledges his association with YSL, but he stands firm that it's all about the music. Despite taking a plea deal, Gunna maintains his innocence, emphasizing that he hasn't given any statements, hasn't been interviewed, and has no plans to cooperate or testify in the case. But the legal drama doesn't stop there. 3 members of YSL are facing attempted M charges related to an attack on rapper YFN Lucci, who was stabbed in jail back in February 2022. In April 2021, Fulton County had already charged YFN Lucci and several others in a massive racketeering indictment. Young Thug isn't in the clear either. After his initial arrest on May 9, 2022, a reported police raid on his Buckhead home led to 7 more felony charges, including possession of with intent to distribute, possession of firearms, and 3 counts of association with a criminal street gang. As for Gunna, he's dealing with 1 count of racketeering. The indictment suggests he received stolen property and had methamphetamine, marijuana, and hydrocodone with the intent to distribute. The arrest went down on May 11, 2022. After spending a little over 7 months behind bars following his arrest in May, Gunna finally caught a break and walked out on December 14, 2022. Both he and Young Thug faced multiple denials for bond, but Gunna decided to plead guilty to a racketeering conspiracy charge using what's called an Alford plea, essentially saying guilty without admitting guilt. In this deal, Gunna's 5-year sentence got commuted to time served, and he's looking at 500 hours of community service as part of the package. Shortly after, 7 other defendants also snagged plea deals and got released right before the new year. Now, here's where the plot thickens. By November, several of the original defendants had their cases separated from the trial. 4 were left without legal representation, and 2 hadn't even been arrested by early January. Young Thug is still in the mix, facing trial along with 5 others as the legal saga continues to unfold. The hip-hop world is left eagerly awaiting the next chapter in this gripping tale of legal twists and turns. In any case, it looks like 21 Savage isn't quite ready to let Gunna off the hook without spilling some spicy secrets. It appears that he's gearing up to air out Gunna's dirty laundry, adding an extra layer of intrigue to the ongoing saga. Anyway, that's it for this video, folks. Bye.